Good morning. Welcome, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the rain that we finally got last night. And I hope you have power this morning. We lost our power for about an hour. So maybe some of you are not here because of that. But anyway, welcome for those of you that are here and all of you that are on recording. We have a lot on recording today. So just welcome. So glad you're here. We're going to be working with the heart and head reset. And what does that mean exactly? So that heart and head, oh man, I'm going to fix this a little bit so it's a little bit closer. That, in yoga that the heart center is the wisdom center, and our head messes with that sometimes, right? It kind of talks to us, and we have anxiety and we have issues with our mind is distracted and moving us around. So that connection of the heart and the head is really important. So the heart center is, the heart chakra is Anahata. It's the seat of love and compassion and wisdom, creative energy. It's just a really important thing. So the more that we take the time to open the space around the heart cavity, the more room there is for that energetic expansion. So we'll work on that and work on connecting those two things together. So we want to just begin to work on that feeling of positive emotions, developing that rather than negative. So the positive love emotions come from the heart. The negative things can come from the head and the thoughts, processes that are going there. So take a moment to set an intention for heart head reset. So we're going to really take some time to go in and reset and see what we can do for ourselves to help ourselves feel better. Take a moment to align yourself, make sure that you are in that really strong, settled alignment. Sit bones are coming in, hip points are coming in, rib cage is coming in, heart is lifting, chin is in line, neck is relaxed. And then that sets up that perfect alignment of the spine, the largest energy path of the body. So as you breathe in light and energy. And as you exhale, take a moment to just notice any negative energy that you might be holding on to. And make that decision, that intention to release and let go. So we breathe into the heart center, out through the armpits, down through the side of the body. Exhale from the pubic bone, coming back up. And notice that even that energy breath path is like a heart. So you're coming in through the heart center, out and down the side of the body, and then coming up from the pubic bone. And just join me in the Ohs. Deep breath in. Breathing into the heart. One more, breathing in. Exhaling. Yogena chitasya padena vacham malam shamirasha chawajakena yopakarotam pravaranganena Patanjalim pranjali pranajosmi Abhavipurushakaram Shankachakra Siddharinam Sahasra Shirsam Shwetam Pranamami Patanjalim Ariyo. Allow yourself to receive your practice today at the level that's appropriate for you. So take a moment, grab a block, or if you don't have a block, use your hand. And we're going to take a little experience in how that heart center can open. So go place the block or your hand right on your heart center. And then from there, take the block away about a ½ inch. And then as you breathe in, try to expand enough to touch the block. And as you exhale, keep that space, release around it. And again, maybe getting a little bit deeper into it. Inhale into the heart center. And exhale, releasing. One more time, breathing in. And exhale, releasing and taking the block down. So just thinking about, there's so much space there that we can begin to expand. A lot of it has to do with shoulder tightness, upper back tightness. So we're going to be working on all of those spaces as we go. Take your belt. We're going to do the rope trick. If you still struggle with the rope trick, remember, it's on my Facebook page, and I've broken it down completely and slowly, and it's a good thing to practice every day to do this rope trick. It's so good for that because it puts your shoulders in both internal and external rotation, actually all rotations of the shoulder, and opens the heart center. So hold the buckle in double your belt and put the buckle in your right hand. And from there, make a 90-degree angle, and we come under, over, down, down, slide back to the way you started, over, under, out. Left side, under, over, down, down, slide back to the way you started, over, under, out. Now breathing into the heart center, under, over, down, down, slide, over, under, out. Under, over, down, down, slide, over, under, out. Keep spreading your wings to get that opening in the upper back. Down, down, slide, over, under, out. Great job. All right, take your belt down. Welcome to those of you that are coming in right now. We're glad you're here. So when we're working on opening the heart center, to connect that mind-body experience, mind-body and the brain-heart. So I've been working on the heart part right now. We're going to do supported fish, but we're going to do it with just a rolled blanket, so it's softer. Take your blanket to the third fold and then take one more fold longwise. Some of you may want 2 blankets under there. We're just going to lie down on your back with that blanket right between the shoulder blade area. Oops, got to pull it down a little bit. So that we're just getting that gentle opening in the upper back. And take your hands to goalpost position. Now I'm going to keep my knees bent right now first. And I want to spread the shoulders, spread my wings, deep breath in. So feel the breath come supported from the back of the heart. And then as you exhale, leave the space and just relax from there. So the head and heart reset here. We're really focusing on what's happening in that heart center, breathing in. Feel it spread front, side, and back. And as you exhale, keep that space and let go and relax. And if you choose, if you can do all that and stay comfortable with it, go ahead and extend your legs. If not, just keep the knees bent. Breathe in. So 1-2 ratio breath. Front side and back of the heart. And as you exhale, keep the space and relax the body. Do 2 more. Breathe in. See if you can even get more space. Visualize that expansion of the heart center. And exhale. And we're using the brain to help us travel that journey. Great job. And then bring your arms down, bend your knees again. And let's take a moment just to bring your knees to your chest, bring your head to your knees. And then roll off the blanket. And come off. So we're going to go now into extended puppy dog. This is a great opener for the heart center. Grab 2 blocks or whatever you've got, books, whatever you've got to work with. And we're just going to come to your hands and knees. Take the blocks in front of you. Let me clear out this space a little bit. And then we're going to separate your knees like you're coming into child's pose. However, this time I want you to keep your hips up. Keep your hips up, just like a puppy dog doing the stretch. Now keep your forearms on the block and then drop down toward the floor. Feel that chest dropping toward the floor and the opening across the shoulders. Now breathe into the front, back, and side of your heart. Maybe drop a little bit more. Feel that expansion of the heart center. Great job. And then come back up. Take the blocks away. And let's come into cat and dog. Here we go. So we're standing, taking our weight on all 4 corners of your hands. Roll your shoulders back. Inhale. On your exhale, start by just curling the lower back. And then breathe into the upper back without sinking in the chest. And exhale, lengthening. Take your time. I want to really focus on what the actions are and what's happening energetically. Great job. And then come into downward facing dog. Bend your knees a little bit, rotate your shoulders, sit bones go up, heels go down. Now pull back and feel about how the chest is expanding. Let the head hang. Breathing through. Front, back, and side of the heart, not just the front. And then walk your feet into Uttanasana. Take your hands behind your head. Reaching down with the crown of your head. So from here, push down into your feet. Take your elbows to the side, out to the side. Inhale into the heart center as you come to a flat back. And then exhale, engaging that core, releasing back down to Uttanasana. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Front, back, and side of the heart. Exhale. One more time. Inhale, come up, and then come all the way up. Lower your arms. Walk around for a moment. Notice how you're feeling. All right. Let's go into side angle pose. Stepping wide, and we're going to do it with a twist. So we did twist the other day. I think it was whenever I did twist. We're going to work on that upper back and think of it in the heart opening action that's going on. So step wide, turn your right foot out, turn your left heel out. Parsvakonasana is the widest stance that you have in your standing pose. It's even a little bit wider, if you can, than you would in triangle or warrior. So it's just because we're going into that lunge, we want to make sure we have enough space between our feet to really get into it. All right, so from there, push down into your feet, relax your gluteals, pull your pelvis and rib cage together. So lift that pubic bone. Inhale. Keep it easy in the shoulders. Float the arms up, spread your wings. From here, push down into your feet and come into that lunge. Now you can go as deep into this lunge as you want. 90 degrees is the full pose. That's too much for me. So I like to come about here. Now roll your left shoulder back in the joint. Roll it. And take it around behind you. Keep that shoulder open. Slide that shoulder blade down. Now working from the shoulder blades. Slide your left shoulder blade in toward the spine, your right shoulder blade away, and open the heart. Keep pushing down. Now, if you're having trouble with balance, make sure you're holding on to something, the chair, the wall. Breathing in, and then taking the arm back up and over, and let's just take a drop circle. Reaching long. So you're feeling the side of the heart open, the back of the heart open, drop circle. And then come up, turn your toes in, lifting up, and here comes that lift from the heart center, up, and then over, like you're coming over a coat hanger. Hang down, just breathe. Nice and easy. Take your awareness into the heart center, front, back, and side, breathing in. As you exhale, engage your core, reach down with the crown of your head. So bringing a lot of blood flow into your brain. One more time, breathing in. Exhale, reaching down. Take your hands to your thighs. Hug in the side body. Now think about the heart center. There's a lot of other things going on. I know that. But we're really focusing on that heart center now. Extend the tailbone back and the heart forward and come up. Great job. Let's go to the second side. Turn your left foot out. Turn your right heel out. Square your hips to the front. I'm getting really warm, so I'm coming to change the air conditioner. Sorry. My head got in the way there. Lift those arms up, spread your wings, push down into your feet. Breathe. Feel that space. So you're not trying to, one thing I see a lot of people do is they sink in the chest and roll their shoulders forward. We're really trying to counteract that. Exhale, come into side angle pose, Parsvakonasana. Push down into your feet. Roll your right shoulder back. Take your right hand around behind you. Push down into your feet. Now work from the shoulder blades, not trying to work from the spine. With the shoulder blades, that right shoulder blade glides in toward your spine. The left shoulder blade comes away. Inhale, open your heart to the ceiling or the sky. And then from there, come back, reaching long, drop circle. Stretch. Inhale. Reach. And then come up. Turn your feet in. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, coming over the coat hanger, right? Lengthening long, lengthening long. Stretch. So we're using all of the actions of the poses to find that heart-head connection. So yes, you have to be grounded. Yes, you have to have the right position of the pelvis. But take the breath into the heart center. And as you exhale, engage the core to really stabilize, release the brain toward the floor. And we're coming back to the flat back. Stop halfway, expand. So I'm leading forward with that heart, not my chin. My neck is long. And come up. Great job. Walk around for a second. I just think it's really good to feel how your body feels at it before and after a pose. So we're doing warrior one, but we're going to do it a little bit differently today. So take your arms here. Once we're in warrior one, I'm going to do an expansion and release of the heart center. Be careful not to pinch. So you want to keep the shoulder blades wide. They're going to come in a little bit, but you want to keep them as wide as possible as you open that heart center, right? So this is a little tricky, a little different, but let's give it a try. Turn your right foot out, turn your left heel out, and square your hips to the front, push down into your feet. Find that beautiful connection with Mother Earth. Pull the pubic bone up, float the arms up, and then take them into goalpost position or cactus. Push down into your feet, lift the pelvis up, and come forward into the twist. Come into your lunge. At this point, there's just the aligned body heart opener. Now let's see if we can increase it. So we're going to pull in and exhale, come up, bring the hands together. Inhale, heart comes forward into your back bend. Exhale, engage the core, straighten the leg. Come back. We're going to do 3 of those. Inhale. Reaching forward with the heart. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Don't pinch your shoulder blades though. That's the hardest part. Remember, the back side of the heart is important as well. And come back up. Turn your toes in. Walk them together a little bit. Inhale. So the narrower the feet, the more hamstring stretch you get. Coming forward. And hang. Take your time. The breath. Flat back. Lengthen forward from the heart as you reach away with your pelvis. Feel that stretch into the hamstrings and come up. Good job. Let's turn to the second side. Turn your left foot out, turn your right heel out, square your hips to the front, push down. So always you're finding that grounding. You're pushing down into your feet to lift up through the pelvis, through the spine. Inhale, float your arms up, spread your wings, and then bring your hands to goalpost. From there, push your weight down into your feet and turn into your twist. Come into a lunge. Exhale, straighten the leg, bring the arms together. Inhale, push into the foot, come into the lunge, open the heart into a back bend. Exhale. Are you using your core? Inhale. Can you make more space? That's what you're looking for. Exhale. Watch that you're not throwing your head back, but that you're lifting from the upper back. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do 2 more. And here comes your last one. Inhale. And up. Turn back to the front. Turn your toes in. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, folding forward. lengthening. From here, just stay here. Let's work on what's going on in the heart center a little bit more. Take your, if this is available to you, take your hands behind you and interlace your fingers. You can bend your knees, spread your wings. This is hard to do with the action that we're doing now. Spread your wings so the back of the heart is opening, and then take the hands towards your head. Do not pinch your shoulder blades. Breathe in to the front, back, and side of the heart. As you exhale, release a little bit deeper. And then pull back with the hands to bring you up. Release your arms and step your legs together. Let's come into Vrikshasana, tree pose, thinking of it as the heart opener. We know it's a hip opener, we know it's a balance, we know it's a leg strengthener, an ankle strengthener, a shoulder opener, but let's just visualize the heart center in this pose. And so if you're having trouble visualizing and doing the leg up, just put your foot on a block or stand next to the wall. You can do it here too. Let me show you just in case you need to do it. I like doing it this way. I'll do the first side this way. How's that? All right, so from here, press down into your feet. Push down into the feet as you pull up on the pubic bone. Here's the lift up out of the feet. Now we're going to take that heart center and lift up. Make sure your head is in alignment. Then take your right sit bone in and take the foot either to kickstand to the block or go ahead and take it in. Take your hands to your heart. Square your hips to the front, shoulders are open. Now let's deepen the heart opener. Keep your head in line, your neck in line. Inhale, push down, pull the pubic bone in and up. Take the hands up because you're lifting from the heart center first, and that takes the arms up. Breathe. Roll those shoulders out, spread the wings. You're going to open the back of the heart as well as the front. One more breath. And bring your hands to Namaste. So if you're falling a lot in the pose, just put your bottom on a wall. If you don't have to fall into the wall, it just gives you that little bit of stability there. I frequently am doing it right now. I frequently do it because it allows me to feel the alignment of my hips as well. All right, bend your knees and shift your weight over to your right foot. Push down as you lift the pubic bone up. Find that lift first, that real strength of alignment. You're not into the hip. You're lifting right up over that right foot. Now bring your left sit bone in. Keep your foot in kickstand or take it to the block or take it up. Keep your hips straight ahead. Take your hands to your heart. Breathe. Now from here, push down into your feet and lift the pubic bone a little bit more. Now lift the heart center. You actually go up a little bit more, right? You feel like you're much longer, much taller. And then take your arms out to the side, shoulders down and wide. Breathe. So if you're falling all over the place, do something to keep yourself balanced. The wall is great. Really work on breathing into that heart center. And then bring your hands back to Namaste. Bring the leg back down, bend your knees. And come back. Walk around for a second. Good. Now let's do downward dog to upward dog so that we can really feel not only the back bend and the shoulder opener, but how we're using the breath leading with the heart back and forth. So we'll lead forward with into upward dog with the heart center. And as you exhale, you'll pull from the back of the heart to come back into downward dog without collapsing in the shoulders. It's not easy, but so take your time. We're taking our time today to really find these beautiful, delicious moments. So come to your hands and knees, spread your wings. So right there, you want to think about before we do anything, the front of the heart and the back of the heart. Not dropping into those shoulder blades. Please don't do that because that's really cutting off a lot of energy. And then curl your toes under. Keep that same opening in your heart center as you come into downward dog. So remember we did extended puppy dog in the beginning of class. Feel that underneath part of the shoulders, underneath your armpits to the side. So you're breathing out through the side of your heart. Feel the front and back side of the heart. Now work the pose, lengthen. From here, we're going to take the heart forward. Come through, inhale. Back bend, exhale, pull back. Well, you pull back from the belly button, but also I want you to think about the back of the heart here. Inhale. Exhale. Can you do 3 more? If not, take a break. Keep your awareness in the heart center. We have 1 more. And then bring your knees to the floor. Separate your knees. Pull back to child's pose. Let's push back with our hands in an extended child's pose. Lower your forehead to the floor. Now release your belly, release your chest. Take your arms around and really focus on the breath into the front, back, and side of the heart. Visualize it, see it. Sort of like a heart massage. One more. And then come back up. Great job. From here, we're going to go into boat pose, and we're going to use boat pose as the heart opener. Now, boat pose Navasana is, of course, the classic core strengthener. But a lot of people do the boat pose and work and they take it into their back. Let's just talk about the advantage of working from the heart center open rather than just emotionally, which is what I'm really looking for today. And it will happen as well. This is why let's take it with your belt so you can really think about it.
It's Leslie.
What?
You're out of focus.
I'm out of focus? Not here. Okay.
Maybe it's just my computer.
I don't know. Let me see. Sorry, everybody. Well, maybe a little bit. Okay. Let's see if this helps. Is that better? No. We may just have to work with it, John. Thank you, Doug. Let me try this. Is that better? Yeah. Is that better, John? Well, if it's not, we just have to go with it, okay?
Yes, I couldn't get back on.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so be very aware as we're going into this of not doing this, pulling back here. We want to lift this up and open without pinching our shoulder blades. Take the belt around the balls of the feet. So lift up. This is when the core work is really important. This helps this happen. So you're going to lift up, open the heart center. Then keep all of that action as you pull back from the belly button to come into balance. Now just hold on with your belt. I'm not working on so much finding that real pressure on the strength of the core. I want you to feel how it feels to lift and open. Go ahead and extend the legs if you want to. Now, of course, when we're doing full boat pose without the belt, this is the same action that's still going on. It just becomes a lot harder. And then come down. So especially those of you with really long legs, the belt is really helpful for that. But if you want to try it with just holding your legs, whatever, or doing a half or full pose, we want to make sure that this area stays open, this whole upper body area around the heart. So from here, hold on behind your legs or keep your hands on the belt. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, pull the belly button back to pull you into balance. Extend the legs. Keep looking at the heart center. You just hold on to the legs and they can stay bent. I'm not so worried about that. This upper body is what's so important. And then bring it back down and stretch your legs out. Great. And come back. So now let's take us into pigeon. I need to do a little bit of stretching in the hips before we go into pigeon. Pigeon is a big heart opener too. And I'm going to do a little extra work with it. So have a blanket and a block handy, just in case you need it. But let's start in Baddha Konasana and just take a moment to come forward. Bring the sit bones in, push the little toe side of the foot in. Keep the heart opening. If this is hard for you to sit, take your hands behind you. Use that to open the front and back side of the heart and keeps yours a little bit more stable in the pose. And then a little twist around out past the right knee. Just keep your awareness in the hips for right now. Heart too, of course, but great. And come back. And now let's come onto our hands and knees. And this is a great time to put a blanket under your knee, or like those little things that Jim put on the Facebook page, the little things to put under your knees, the little flower looking things that are silicone. Really helpful. If your knee's hurting, it's not much fun to do any of this work. So do what you need to do. So on your inhale, bring your right foot forward into lunge. I'm going to take that back. And we're just going to come forward. And so think about how this is like downward dog in terms of the heart center, and upward dog. So you're coming into a back bend, leading from the heart. Now pull back from the belly button, release in the upper back. Don't round your shoulders over. Keep the heart open. And coming forward. And back. Look at the heart center. I know that your hamstrings are and your psoas are going to take your focus here. But we want to think about what our class is about today. And then from there, bring your right foot under into pigeon. Take your right hand to your right thigh and roll that out of the way. Slide back. And from here, lift up. Here's that heart opening. Don't pinch your shoulder blades. And come forward into pigeon. Place your head on a block. Release your shoulders. Breathe into the front, back, and side of the heart. I know your focus goes towards your bent leg because that's really a huge hip stretch. And yes, I want that to happen, but I want you to also know that when you're in that pose, there's a lot more going on. And that's what we're looking at now. And then pull forward to come up. Again, we're coming into a back bend. Roll your shoulders back. Push down into that floor. Lift the heart center. Lift the lower back up too. Breathe. And then we'll come back and take the other leg forward. Take your left foot forward. You can also just hold on with the block too. So we're just going to come forward, stretch that psoas. Exhale, stretch the hamstring. Now look at it from the heart center. So you're going to breathe in, come forward, take your heart like it has a string around your sternum, pulling forward and up. See how it changes the pose when you change what's going on in your mind. Breathe into the back side of the heart. Inhale, forward. Exhale. Back. Keep your awareness in the heart center, please. Leading from the heart. And then coming back. Now let's come into pigeon. Take your left foot under the right hip point. Stretch this out, let the leg come back. Good, inhale. So the first back bend is usually small, smaller than the second one. Slide your shoulder blades down, lift up. Breathe into your heart center. Watch the tendency to pinch your shoulder blades and throw your neck back. That's not where it's coming from. It's heart opening. And then forward fold. Come on down. Place the block underneath your head. And release and breathe. And as you're ready, again, thinking about how you're moving. There's a lot of actions going on, but I really want you to focus on breathing into the heart center to pull forward. So that string around your sternum is lengthening your lower back. Keep coming forward. So your upper body's making like an arch. Forward to come up. Keep breathing through the heart center, lifting up, lifting from there. Release. And then come back again. And let's come into downward facing dog. Thinking about the front, back, and side of the heart. Roll your shoulders. Slow down. Look at what you're doing. And then exhale. Thinking about what's going on, not just in the shoulders or in the legs. How can you lengthen the spine by just using those actions of the heart center? Let your brain relax. So once your head is below your heart, it's much more calming to the nervous system. And then come back down. Let's come into child's pose. Really stretching. Start an extended child's pose. Arms out. Pull back. Don't pinch your shoulder blades. Make an adjustment if you are. Reaching back, pushing back, opening. Let the armpits drop toward the floor. Now let the sit bones drop towards your heels. And then bring your arms around. Deep breathing. Hopefully you're getting more space, deeper breath. Slow, easy exhale. Great job. Good job, everybody. I meant to do this at the first of classes to welcome back Bill Ruddy. We're so happy to have you back, Bill. So glad everything's well now. Let's come into a seated position and just do some work energetically with what's going on. So grab a block just in case you need it, maybe 2 blocks if you need it. Sit on your blanket with your sit bones hanging forward. Again, we're coming into Baddha Konasana now. So you want to have that pelvis tilt slightly forward and then come up on it. Take your hands to your blocks or to the floor, but I can find this a lot better with a block. Put your fingertips towards your hips. Roll your shoulders back. Now, again, push the little toe side of the foot in, bring this, spin the head of the femur outward, but inhale into your heart center. Lifting up. Again, breathing. Lifting up and then into a slight back bend. Did you pinch your shoulders to do that though? You want to make really, make yourself aware of what's going on there. Then from that position, you're really lifted now, come forward into your forward fold. Keep your hands on your blocks. If you need to, you can even take them to the side so that you're getting that real lift and space in the heart center. Notice I'm not throwing my head back or dropping it down. It's right in line with my spine. Breathe into the heart to take your spine forward. Engage your core, and as you exhale, let that whole upper body drop towards your feet without rounding. What we're doing is lengthening that spine more, getting us out of that pelvis. Breathe in. Feel the heart expand. Taking us forward, forward, forward. And then exhale. Lower down, not rounding the shoulders. One more time, breathe in. Reaching out. Exhale. Great job, and come up. Doing the same set in internal rotation. Start with your hands behind you. So internal rotation is much harder because of the hamstrings. We want to get ourselves up out of that pelvis. Push down into your hands. I've got my fingertips coming toward my hips. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, lifting up. Soften the groin. Exhale, come into a back bend. Lifting that heart center. So really feel that without pinching your shoulder blades. It's so hard not to do that. Now from there, you're up and pulled up and you're in a back bend. Now we're going to from there come forward. Keep pushing into the blocks. Inhale, lengthening the heart center forward. As you exhale, keep the body as a unit. The upper body is a unit. Don't round over those shoulders. So your calf muscles or hamstrings may be getting in your way. That's okay. Just keep lifting, breathing, and then come up. And we'll take the body into Upavista Konasana, or wide angle straddle pose. Same thing. You know, you just can't get into this pose correctly if your pelvis is not lifted. So if this is hard for you, sometimes it just helps to bend your knees a little bit too. But I love using the blocks because it gives me something to push against. All right, so from here, inhale, pull your pubic bone up, bring your sit bones in. Inhale, lifting the heart toward the ceiling. We're going to start with a back bend. Coming up and back. It's like you're going over a barrel. Keeping your neck in line with your spine. And then exhale, coming up, we're going the opposite direction. Keep the heart open. Look at the shoulder blades. They're really going to want to pinch here. And you can take your blocks to the side if that helps. Just find where it works for you, that you can use that. From here, lengthening out, take the heart forward, breathe in. Keep the head in line with the heart center. Let that just pull you forward like there's a string pulling you forward. And then exhale, you can release your body forward like a ramp. Inhale, engage your core, breathe into the heart center. Lengthen out and forward. And exhale. Try one more. Exhale. And then coming back and up. Great job. Bring your legs in. Take your knees, keep your knees bent now. We're going to come up and over and place our whole torso over our thighs. Breathe into the back side of the heart. And then exhale, walk those armpits down over your knees. Hold onto your feet if you can. Release. Now you're supported. Deep breath into the heart center, fronts, back, and side. Exhale, just soften. One more time, breathing in. And then come forward and up. Grab onto your bolster or a pillow. One of the best restorative poses for a lot of reasons is goddess pose or Supta Uttanasana. You're going to take your bolster or pillow, and I'm going to take a block underneath it. Some people may want it higher or lower. I usually go to Mama Bear. Then take your blanket, and this is just to keep your neck in line. So when you get into this pose, if you feel, and you can adjust all of this, but if you get into it and you feel like your chin is going this way or this way, adjust that because you want to keep this all in alignment. Come up, bring your sacrum to the bolster. Now lift up. Breathe into your heart center and come back. Now, here's where we get to really enjoy this opening. So just let the arms drop to the side. Feel that stretch across. I'm a little close to the wall on one side, but let your arms just go out to the side. Watch that you're not pinching your shoulder blades. So walk one shoulder blade out and the other shoulder blade out. And then just lie there. We'll stay here for a few breaths. Breathing into the heart center. So you don't have to do any work to hold yourself now. And as you exhale, releasing. This really brings a lot of calmness to your nervous system. It really supports you so you can use that breath to really expand. Do you notice that you have more heart opening space now? I hope that's what you're finding. And then let's just bring the knees in, bring the feet in, and open the knees to the side. If this is too much, go back to just a straight leg. If you have 2 extra blocks, you could put them under your thighs, just to get a little more opening. But the breath is still focused into the heart center. The mind is helping you focus there. So you're telling your heart center what the breath is doing. And when it does that, it can't think about other things. Bring your knees back up and straighten your legs. Again, stay there. Take one arm and take it up behind your head, drop behind. Now breathe into, for me it's my left side, I'm just breathing into that space. And then lower the arm down. Do the other arm. So we're going to reach forward. Think about what you're doing. You're just trying to open space. Take it back, reach back, bend your elbow, breathe. And then bring that down. Let's do both arms. Breathe both arms up. Take, reach behind you, rock that back. Let the arms just drop. Even cross your wrist if you want. We just make a little more space for you to breathe into. 2 more. Last one. And then as you're ready, just lower your arms down. Bend your knees, bring your feet flat to the floor. Place your hands onto the floor so that you're not going to lift up from our back. Keep your shoulders open and your heart open, but just take your chin up towards your chest a little bit, and then use your hands to help you come up. Great job. Okay. A lot of people like to do Shavasana in that position too. So that's always another possibility if you feel like you need more heart opening to do that. So let's go ahead and set yourself up for Shavasana. You can go back in that position. You can put your legs up the wall. You can also put your knees over your bolster or up in a chair or over a sofa. You want to find what you need. The more you elevate your legs, the more your back relaxes, especially your lumbar spine. Cover yourself. And a little something over your eyes. Then, as you're ready, let's focus in on that deep cleansing breath. Breathing into your heart center. So you're not open, but you've made a lot of space there, so we're not supporting it in any way. Just go ahead and feel that space, filling with that beautiful healing energy. And observe your breath flowing in and out of your body. If your attention begins to wander, simply bring it back to your breath. On your inhale, bring in energy, vitality, and life force into your body. And on your exhale, release any stress, negativity, or fatigue. Breathe in energy, vitality, and life force. And as you exhale, release any stress, negativity, or fatigue out through your feet and let go. Inhale and exhale. With each inhale, bring quiet energy into your body. Bringing the shining glow of positive energy to your crown chakra, right in the middle of your skull, at the top of your head, and feel the warmth of the positive energy radiate down over your face and neck. Feel the lightness and peacefulness in your mind, and allow the healing energy to move over your neck and shoulders, down your arms to your fingertips, and over your heart center. Allow this healing, positive energy to fill you with unconditional love. Breathe in and breathe out. Feel the healing energy move down your body into your hips and down your legs all the way to your toes, as this positive energy grounds you to the earth. You're grounded, you're supported. Your whole body is now filled with positive, healing energy. Allow this positive energy to flow freely through your body, growing stronger and stronger. Simply focus your attention on your breath and feel the positive energy flowing freely. Notice the clarity and alertness within your mind, the vitality within your body, and positivity and peacefulness within your soul. As you allow this energy to flow into your joints, allow it to flow into, around, and through all of your internal organs, bringing ease to your gut. Once again, let it flow into your heart center, easily expanding. We've done a lot of work on all of that space. Just see how that feels now. So we use the energy to open the heart center and to calm the brain center, resetting that mind, heart connection. Allowing that energy to flow over the brain, calming it down, connecting that mind, heart. Feel how it's reset. Weave together the energy from your asana with the energy of your visualization work. And allow that to flow down your spinal cord, out through your nervous system, into every cell of your amazing, beautiful instrument. Once again, look at how you have reset your mind and heart. As you're ready, engage your core. And just with the breath, keep it easy, keep it as little energy as necessary. Only what you have to use to do this. And feel yourself, just roll your body as a unit to your right side. Take a moment to reflect on your practice. Notice how you're feeling. Then using your weight, into, just a little bit of weight into your hands. Really want you to think about how the breath is lifting your heart center up. Keep looking at the floor, but breathing into the front, back, and side of your heart. Inhale. Bring yourself on up to a sitting position. Make sure you're opening, keeping all of that work that we've just done, not pinching your shoulder blades. And here's your reading for the day. Inner growth often comes through making mistakes. But many people can't make a mistake without self-condemnation. The first spiritual law of acceptance offers another choice. Instead of condemning yourself for your missteps, you can accept them. We can seldom control what happens in life, but it's always within our power to choose our response. Take your hands to your heart. Use the breath with your ums too. So you start with that inhale to open your heart, and you use the power of the exhale to drive the om. Shante, Shante, Shanti. Ariyo. Thanks you guys so much for coming today. And I hope this helped you, and you can add this into your thought process when you're doing your poses. That whole heart and head connection, very powerful. Thank you for being here. Namaste.